Oh, Wildman! Wildman!
Greetings and... Oh, one sec. I'm going to close this. Because that's distracting. I don't know why... I don't know why certain things, you know, in the videos distract me.
Hey, I like the flamingos on your shirt.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to dress more like an adult lately. In months past, you know, like a few short years ago, I was wearing superhero wrestling t-shirts that were from Hot Topic. And
Hot Topic!
You know, to be perfectly honest with you, when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, if you're wearing t-shirts that look like, that come from Hot Topic, there's problems. You look like a man-child, and, you know, that's not how a 30-year-old man should be dressing. So then I evolved, you know, I was wearing striped shirts with Cena shorts. I mean, like, they look like, you know, they're a little bit more mature because you're not advertising superhero movies, and, I mean, look at the camera, you're intimidating me a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, they're a little bit more appropriate. But yeah, I mean, when you're dressing like John Cena, I mean, that's not socially acceptable. Maybe that's not socially acceptable in the year 2021. And you know, thanks to a BFF that I met, she helped me pick out shorts that are more appropriate. She helped me pick out like adult clothing. And in the future, you know, if you want to impress the ladies, you know, to be perfectly honest with you, you have to dress like an adult. No lady wants to date John Cena. Well, actually, a lot of ladies want to date John Cena. John Cena is really attractive. But I bet you in real life, John Cena isn't wearing those cut-off blue jean shorts. I bet you in real life, John Cena isn't wearing his WWE merch. Okay, so you
no, but yeah, and that's excellent. I mean, you made some good choices.
Okay, so do you want me to teach you how to put on a performance, how to play a character?
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna be like the Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm gonna be like the Ultimate Warrior. Like, okay, pretend you're like the Macho Man Randy Savage buying some coffee. I'm your barista. Hello, Macho Man.
Oh, hello, barista. I want some coffee with a lot of caffeine. So
ooh, yeah, you're nailing the Macho Man. You're really rock and rolling.
Yeah, so I can get up to speed with life and such.
Oh yeah, ooh yeah, you're the Macho Man.
Oh yeah, macho.
Or maybe you'll be more like the straight man, the serious one in this video, and I'll be like the Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
Warrior wants some coffee.
Oh, what do you want? The double latte cold brew?
Warrior takes his coffee black. Warrior's a man's man. Warrior pumps the iron.
Oh, then we'll give you a nice double shot of the caffeine blend of the black coffee.
Warrior wants 50 shots of espresso in his coffee. Warrior, isn't that a little dangerous? Warrior lives on the wild side. Warrior is a badass.
But didn't the warrior die?
Oh yeah, but I don't think he died of a caffeine overdose.
Oh, we don't know. Maybe
he did. Maybe
he's having 50 shots of.
Yeah, I know Macho Man Randy. Don't mention drug use, but I know Macho Man Randy Savage cut a promo on coffee, and he was like, ooh, I'm the cream of the crop. Ooh yeah, and he's throwing the coffee, you know, packets. But I think a lot of people are looking at Macho Man Randy Savage, and they're thinking, Is it the coffee that's giving him the energy? I don't know. We're only speculating. But to be perfectly honest with you, I know a lot of wrestlers in the 80s were abusing steroids and, you know...
Ooh, step into
the Macho Man might be drinking too much coffee.
Too much bean.
Right.
You gotta have like a fresh... I guess a phrase to talk about coffee. Oh, the bean.
Right. So I'm only speculating. I don't have any I don't know. But when it comes to the Macho Man, you know.
Oh,
but I think a lot of these larger than life personalities, like the Macho Man, like the Ultimate Warrior, like Hulk Hogan, are really not in the wrestling industry in the year 2021. Wouldn't you say?
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
If you look at wrestlers from the 80s, like they have a lot of these larger than life personas. You know, even like in the 90s, like with Vince McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Mick Foley. Like, these are characters that are larger than life. I mean, I guess in present wrestling you have Roman Reigns, who is the tribal chief, but is that really the only larger-than-life character they have today? I know John Cena is a larger-than-life character, but, I mean, he's kind of like 2000s wrestling. I mean, you look at him as a relic from the past, and yeah, he's a superstar that, you know, is larger than wrestling, but, you know, to be perfectly honest with you, I think the larger-than-life, embellished personalities, sensational performers, and I think that's part of the reason, you know, the ratings are so low. I mean, you know, technical wrestling, you know, 5-star matches, little flips are fun, but I think a lot of people like the 6'6", 6'6" muscular badasses. You know,
but they had the one guy who was over the top, who did the Funhouse.
Bray Wyatt.
And what did they do with him?
They released Bray Wyatt. I don't know. A lot of people, I know you and I personally like the Firefly Funhouse. Maybe it's because it's very similar to Papi and the Wildman and the home environment here. Yeah, I definitely say, you know, because my blue room in my old bedroom and the interactions with Papi and Mama are a little bit like the Firefly Funhouse. I definitely see parallels and similarities with that. But
the every episode since they released them, the fans chant for him.
We want Wyatt. Yes, they are.
Yeah, so I mean that's really interesting because normally the fans just, you know, accept what happens in the wrestling industry and then, you know, they move on to what's in the ring. But
I know prior to getting released, I browse wrestling forums. I have, you know, for many years. I mean, I don't think I'm as involved in the product anymore, but you know, I noticed people didn't like Wyatt prior to them releasing him. They thought he was generic, boring, corny, cheesy, you know, like Disney horror, like Nickelodeon, like Cartoon Central horror. It wasn't really something that's gonna really horrify you. It's like kid-friendly horror, and that's okay. I mean, but and how about Alexa Bliss still doing the Bray Wyatt gimmick even after Bray Wyatt's released?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's doing like she's doing like the craziest of crazy, you know, like Harley Quinn gimmick, and you know, I'm surprised. You know, that's kind of like almost, you know, encouraging people to chant "We want Wyatt" because they remember her from her Joker with Bray Wyatt, Harley Quinn dynamic.
That's good point. Very good point.
Yeah. So, but she's very attractive. She's very pretty. She's a great mic worker. You know, and I personally like her Harley Quinn gimmick. I know a lot of people like the Disney princess, the Disney goddess gimmick, but I think she's an example of a larger than life character. She has the look. She's really pretty. She's and you know, some people. You know, there's a lot of women throughout WWE history, and you know, like a lot of like the Sables, the Stacy Keeblers, the Tori Wilsons. They seem full of themselves. They seem arrogant. You know, they don't seem like, you know, like they'd be friendly. And when it comes to Alexa Bliss, she's a little bit like an adult child, a Disney daydreamer. You know, somebody who, you know, really fantasizes. And I think, you know, her personality is daydreamer-like. I bet you if you met Alexa Bliss in real life, she'd be really friendly. She'd be really kind. You know, she wouldn't reject. Oh, yeah. She wouldn't reject somebody who, you know, is a little bit quirky and different. I bet you if I went up to Alexa Bliss, she'd be kind. She'd be compassionate. She'd be empathetic. And I think a lot of people, you know, a lot of the you know, women that were really attractive in years past were probably egomaniacs who would scoff at unattractive men or unattractive people in general. I don't know. I'm only speculating. This is just my perception. I don't know these people in real life. I'm only speculating. But maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But I guess my point is I like Alexa Bliss. She seems nice.
You're probably right because it's easier to play, or it's easier to play a character and master a character that is totally opposite than who you are. Like if they ask her, oh, you got to just play yourself, you know, you don't know how to do that because that's who you are. But if somebody says, oh, just play the total opposite of who you are, you know, you understand, okay, I got to do everything that's not me, and I think it's a lot easier to perform